Everyone needs to hear this because this is so important. When you say you want something, the universe gives you the opposite to actually test you to see, do you really want the thing that you said you want? It's called intention, counter intention. It's called the law of polarity. What you want and what you don't want always exist at the same time, but it's your perception of the thing that creates what you see. So you said you wanted this, and this will show up for people, like they say they want to make money, and all of a sudden they have to pay a bill. They say this, and the opposite shows up. The opposite is not showing up to tell you you're on the wrong path. The opposite is showing up to tell you you're on the right path. Does this make sense? But it's the meaning that you give things. Then you go into, it's what's wrong with me that I'm attracting the opposite. No, it's that the opposite is always going to exist. The law of polarity says that everything in the universe was created as a whole with an equal and opposite. And the equal and opposite are actually side by side. We draw it like as if it's far apart, but it's actually side by side. And it's your perception, it's what you're looking at, what evidence you're looking for that will create your reality. Make sense? Everything, you're starting to understand what I'm saying more. Like maybe it was kind of like Chinese in session 1 and now it's starting to resemble something like English. Okay, great. So everything that you want is already here, but the opposite is also here too. And human beings are meaning-making machines. We love giving things meaning. We love calling things good or bad or right or wrong, and then we get all righteous about it, and it's like, oh, see, I was right, you know? And I always say, do you want to know the truth or do you want to be right? Do you want to know the truth or do you want to be right? When you set an intention and you put that energy out into the universe and you say, I want this, whatever this is, that precludes that the opposite of that is also there. But because you're used to looking at what you don't want to experience for 30, 40, 50, 60, some of you years of conditioning, it's very easy to see what you don't want. Yes or no? And this process is about starting to recognize what you do want. Believe in your belief and it will create the fact. Believe in your belief and it will create the fact. That is a direct quote from William James, who is the father of American psychology. So today's lesson, if you haven't already gathered, is on belief. And I could teach a whole course on belief alone. Why? Because whatever you believe, you will create. You might want to write that down. That is called the law of belief. It's an actual law. Whatever you believe, you'll create. So for some of you, you believe that everything has to be very hard. Raise your hand if everything's hard. You believe everything has to be hard. Struggle. Yeah. Well, great. You've created that, haven't you? Some of you believe that life's unfair. Why am I raising my hand? Some of you believe that you have to burn out to be successful. Some of you believe that you have to compromise and settle in your relationships to be happy. Be proud, be proud. So you have created everything based on your belief because belief is first cause. Write that down. Belief is first cause. What does that mean? Well, the law of laws in the universe, and this is the law that you all know of, you learned about this, I think, in grade 9, is the law of cause and effect. And the law of cause and effects, we've talked about that already in the masterclass series. We said that everything has a cause and everything's an effect of a cause, right? We can't deny that, yes? We know that if this is physics, if I push something at this force, it'll come back to me at equal force, yes? We've also had that experience experientially where ever have those days. Okay, I used to have these days a lot. You'd wake up, you'd stub your toe, you'd spill coffee on your shirt, you get in a fucking accident on the way to work. You're like, just like, fucking hell, universe, you know, and then like your day's a mess. Yes? Have you had those days? No? Okay, only me? So everything is a cause set in motion. But what is the first cause? The first cause is your thoughts. And ultimately your thoughts come from your beliefs. So actually your first cause is your belief. You need to get this so profoundly in your psychology because this will take you out of any victim consciousness that you ever experience moving forward. Nothing is happening to you. It's a result of your belief system. Now that may set some of you into a frenzy and you're going to be all like, oh, but Adele, oh, my mom and my dad. And the government, yes, great. And you're the one having the experience. What power does that give you to believe that you're a victim? When the truth is that you're a co-creator with the universe. The truth is that you have the power of the universe inside of you. So first cause is your belief. That's why the law of belief is so fundamental. It's so fundamental because it says whatever you believe, you will create. That's the law. That is the law. So if you believe that you are a victim, you will create conditions, circumstances that prove that you're a victim. If you believe you're invincible, if you believe you're supremely powerful, you will create conditions that will prove that you're powerful. If you believe you're abundant, if you believe that abundance is your birthright, if you believe, and by the way, if you like any of the things I'm saying as beliefs, please try them on. Like I believe that I can create whatever my heart desires. And because I believe that, I create that. I didn't always believe that. I used to believe that I had to struggle. I had to grind. I had to work more hours than there were in the day. I had to doing that only make enough to make ends meet. I believed in the scarcity. I believed in all that stuff, right? Like I believed that before too. And then in doing this work for a long time, I started to shift that belief into saying, what if the opposite were true? What if? I think what if is one of the best questions because it opens you up to possibility. You don't have to believe it right now. You can try it on. Some of you can just try it on. What if abundance was my birthright? What if success was easy? What if I didn't have to compromise and settle in any of my relationships? What if the man of my dreams was right around the corner waiting for me? What if the career that I wanted felt so expansive and so amazing? Does that not feel better than believing the other stuff? And the thing about that, for some of you who are really, analytical, and that's not a criticism, but you have to understand that your analytical mind is where your ego is stored. So your analytical mind will not provide you with the answers that you need sometimes. Yes, it will help you do a mathematical equation, amazing. But it will not access the deepest seat of your soul. It will not access your subconscious mind. It will not rewire your habits. Is that clear? So just because you're academically very smart, which every one of you here is, congratulations, that's not the same as rewiring your belief. And you'll sometimes try to intellectualize yourself. Yes, some of you have intellectualized so hard. Oh yeah, you love a good intellectualization. But the truth is your results never lie. Your results will tell you what you believe. So you need to write that down. And it's not a judgment. Do not hear anything I'm saying moving forward. You're not allowed to. I prohibit you from hearing anything as a judgment. Because that's on you. You're judging yourself. It's just a fact. My results, myself included, PPS, if I'm not manifesting the thing I want, if I'm having a hard time with a launch, or if I'm having a hard time with my partner, or if my child is whatever, right? That's on me. Got it? Get it? Got it? Good. You're 100% responsible for your reality. And the more you can actually accept that, the faster you can change the reality if you don't like it. The law of belief, whatever you believe, you will create. And then the other piece you want to add is once you believe you can have it, you can have it. That one is a post-it noter. Once you believe you can have it, you can have it.